In order to grow, you must go without. Is a quote that I heard when I first started this self improvement journey. It was a very hard hitting quote, and I didn't realize its relevance till very much later on in this journey. One of the things I've learned was like, in order to make great strides and progress in this self development journey, was that in order to grow, I must go without a lot of connections, without a lot of friends, distractions, all the things that would normally please the normal pedestrian. And I'm not saying that I had to do this forever. I definitely had to do it for some time. I know you all seen this as like everybody goes through like the Batman arc. And it's usually during like the winter time. Everybody doesn't really go out that much. People tend to die down a bit when it comes to going out, partying, drinking, and smoking and all that stuff. But I took that time to really like focus in and really just like to see what was wrong with me as an individual and as a person. And I remember it being one of the hardest things to do personally because I had a lot of unresolved attachment issues when it came to just people and my childhood trauma because I didn't have a father figure in my life or because I didn't have a strong connection with with either of my parents. I had this unresolved attachment issues. It would lead to me wanting to always be around people and have like this weird sense of like connection and like almost trick myself that this was love, but it isn't and it wasn't. I would lie to myself all the time that these people were my friends when they weren't. Kind of make matters worse was they told me that they were my friends, but they weren't. They really weren't. And granted, I am taking as much accountability as I can because at a certain point I let this happen. I let this go on. So that's all we can really do at the end of the day is keep holding ourselves accountable as much as we can. Obviously, we can't take all responsibility of everything. So I want to say it wasn't until that I finally got the self-respect and courage to finally let these people go out of my life so I could better myself, become a better version of me. So what did I do? I started to read more, I started to meditate, I started to journal, I started to lose some weight, hitting the gym, consistent basis, started prioritizing my money, all that stuff. All the very basic things that everybody tells you on the internet. And that's what I did, but I really dialed down on the basics, on the fundamentals. Along the way, I was learning a lot about myself, learning why I was the way I was, why I moved the way I moved. And then I want to say after a couple of months, I decided to like finally reconnect with people because at the end of the day, we're social animals. We need to socially interact with people, you know what I mean? So, and it was nice to catch up with some people, but there's a but. When I reconnected with these people again, it was kind of disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. They were still all the same in terms of mindset, in terms of how they were as an individual. Nothing about it has changed. So after I came to that realization, all this FOMO, the fear of missing out, all this I need to live experiences and stuff like that, I didn't feel that anymore. Oh, trust me and believe me when I say this, you are not missing out. You aren't. 100% you are not. And I promise you, if you can like drill this in your head, like for real, you will stop feeling like you're in this loop of life. Just like wake up, go to work, maybe hit the gym, eat McDonald's throughout the day, eat fast food, and then go to sleep. And just repeat, 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 repeat. And then maybe occasionally on Saturday and Sunday, you guys plan something. You guys plan a little get together and just same hangout spot. Just do the same thing over and over for the next 5 to 3 years. And then complain how nothing has changed. And complain how your life is still the same. You have the same problems. I'm sorry, I can't do. Actually, I'm not sorry. I can't do that, and I won't do that. I refuse to have that as my life and my reality. All this to say, they're not bad people at the end of the day. I don't think these are bad people. They just have terrible habits. They have bad habits. And I empathize with these people. And if you are one of them and you have to have some level of humility to be like, yeah, I have these bad habits, then my respect goes out to you because you are aware. And now that you're aware, go do something about it. That's what I did. I am no different from you. And you can tell when people have bad habits by the way that they carry themselves, by the way they walk, by the way they talk. And you don't want to be around that because it's truly, you are really the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And I don't really believe in this like popular or cool or like loser stuff. That's some lame loser shit. It really is. And I know at least in my hometown, there's this like big stigma thing of, oh, I don't want to end up being just another hometown person. I don't want to end up just being nobody. Well, the things that you are doing are leading up to that. It's like this self-fulfilling prophecy, and all the people around you are doing the same thing. It just never makes any sense. But you won't realize that because you're in that circle, you're in that group. I was in that group. I overindulged in those things, smoking, drinking, partying, all out through high school. And I'm glad it was through high school when we had the least amount of responsibilities. We didn't have bills to pay. Because you keep doing this, more responsibilities are just going to stack up and it's going to make it harder, especially for your future self. So it's like you really just got to decide when you want to let go. And it's not easy. I know it's not easy. I've been there. So I empathize with you because you want these people to also elevate with you, but they don't see it for themselves. They don't even believe in themselves as much as you believe in them. But at the end of the day, it's like you should always prioritize yourself. Save yourself before you try to save others. You can only help those that want to be saved. And like I said before, it's not that they're bad people. They just have bad habits. And I promise you, I don't care how disciplined you are. I don't care how much meditation and journaling. And this is coming from a person that preaches these things and will help you get better. If you end up just spending your time a lot with these people, you will become that. You will revert back to that type of life. I almost caught myself slipping again. But I had to take a step back, journal a lot about this. And I saw, okay, I'm kind of reverting back. I can't go back. It's only forward. Even if it gets harder, it's only forward. So you have to keep going. Sure, along the way you can have your fun, but these normal conventional things that people say they do, that they have fun, I don't find them fun. I find them corny. What's fun for me is this: talking to you guys, sharing my story, journaling, meditating, praying, learning more about my religion, learning more about just psychology of people, all that stuff, Greek philosophers, like that. I love doing that. I find that more fun. That is what I love to do, truly from the bottom of my heart. I think last time I checked on my phone how much time I've spent on social media or things of that nature, it was less than an hour. Realistically speaking, I want to get it down to less than 30 minutes a day. Only in and out. Post what I gotta post and then dip. But that's another topic of discussion for a different video. Bro, but when I say this, you are not missing out. You are not. What are they doing? Going to the Poconos once a year, getting drunk, and then posting it on social media. That's how you want to live the rest of your life? Really? You want to post on Instagram how you got new Jordans. You want to post on Snap that you got a Dior fit, but you're complaining because of inflation. But you're complaining because Arizona goes from $1 to $1.25 or $1.05. Really? That's how you want to live your life? Money ain't everything, but damn, money do help a little bit. But if you're around that type of people with that type of mentality who stay the same consistently, then you won't go anywhere. You won't. And if you are okay with that, okay, fine. But be ready for those consequences. You have to be okay with that. You cannot complain that why is my life the same when you're doing the same things with the same people at the same place. I used to do the same thing. Just complain, complain, complain. Complain isn't grinding. Complain isn't getting your life better. What's better to do? Acknowledge the problems that are going on in your life and then find a solution. And you know what's going to help? Journaling, meditating, going to the gym. These things will help you out in those basic fundamentals. And if you can't follow that, then I got nothing for you. Truly, I got nothing for you. I can only empathize with you so much. That's it for today, man. Hope y'all like this one. Got a little bit more personal. Let me know in the comments if you like me getting into a little bit more personal. And hit that like. And as always, have a blessed day.